Um, Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Apidays Australia. This is our 7th event and the first one back in person in a couple of years. So we always say that the best way to experience Apidays is in person, where you can connect in person. But we also have people online as well. So we're experimenting with a hybrid event this year, both in person and live streamed to people online. Before we start, I want to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people, who are the traditional owners and the custodians of the land upon which we meet today here in Melbourne. And I want to pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. And for the people who are watching online, I encourage you to look up who are the local custodians of your lands and understand a bit about their position. Okay. First of all, I want to introduce Mehdi Majawi, who is the founder of Apidays Global. It's a great honour and privilege and pleasure to have Mehdi come all the way to Australia to be with us today. Thanks, Mehdi.
Thank you. I think the slides are not up, but it's fine. Just to say, hello everyone. Again, 7 years ago, at least Apidays has been created 10 years ago, like in 2012 in Paris. It was just Google groups, like API craft Google groups and Twitter followers that we really, we said like, hey, let's connect, let's meet in real, like, let's stop our avatar discussions or Twitter handle discussions. So finally we met, and it was a great moment. People has been discussing for years, but never meeting each other. So that was there, and this is where the core API, let's say, industry community members have started. And after 2-3 years, many people said, okay, I want to organize the conference in my own land, in my own country. And Seoul was one of them. Seoul at the time said, okay, I think there's a vibrant community there. We want Apidays to come. And so we gathered with partners. It was an open model. And finally, 7 years later, one COVID crisis, all right? After, we're back in person. The event is sold out, so all the seats will be booked. So yeah, thank you very much for being there and being part of this community. I just want to share two things. The first thing is that the role of Apidays conferences that Seoul said, okay, we need to implement there, is really to connect the people behind the interface, to connect the humans behind the APIs, right? So I will invite you just to, as a warm-up. The goal of the event is to make mindful connections, so I will ask you for 20 seconds to talk and introduce yourself to your right neighbor and to your left neighbor, right? If you don't have behind you or in front of you, right? Let's do that, right?
Hey, Mehdi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. It's Ted who does that. Ted. I think it's smart. Coming to say, what's going on? On the next slide,
Yes, you talk to the next one.
Okay. That's good. Okay. Okay, stop. You will have now 2 days to continue the discussion, right? But yeah, and some people have cheated, right? They were close to colleagues, right? I've seen you. And funny enough, some people just came into the room at this exact moment and said, oh, what's going on here? So we were just trying to introduce each other. Last 10 seconds for me. Apidays is a series of events, right? Not only in Australia, in 10 other places of the world. This is the last year we had only virtual events because of local regulation. We're all going in person or hybrid next year. And we have 2 online events, which you stay online, which are worldwide events on API security called API Secure, and on global, let's say, topics called Apidays Interface, right? I invite you to go on Apidays website to know more and be part of this community of 300,000 members that are online and discussing and reading things about APIs, right? I will ask you the last thing for the next 2 days before I handle back to Saul, who is the master of ceremony of the event. For the next 2 days, be there. We waited so long to have in-person event and we connect again, so be there, enjoy the moment of being there and connecting with others. You had the 20 seconds overview. Let's make it a 2 days pleasure. Have a good one, and yes, I hand it to you, Saul, for opening officially Apidays Melbourne. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mehdi. Okay, so just a brief overview of the plan today. We're going to have 2 keynotes this morning. Then we'll have our morning coffee break or tea break, depending on your beverage of choice. Then after that, we'll break into 3 streams. So there's a strategy stream, which is really about the business of APIs. There's a architecture and design stream, and there's a security stream. Also running in parallel, there'll be workshops in some of the rooms down there. The workshops are double-length sessions with the sponsors, and they're kind of deep dives into the technologies, etc., behind APIs. So take advantage of the workshops and the streams. There's lots of choice for you. Tomorrow we come back, and there'll be 2 streams. We talk about platforms, which is kind of the back-end architecture, cloud-native, Kubernetes, running self-service platforms in your organization, etc. We've got a stream on sustainability, very topical and important topic in tech today. And we've got a stream on engineering, so that the hands-on, where the semicolons go, that kind of thing, right? Also, I encourage you during the breaks, get out there, connect, have a coffee. Also, please visit our sponsors' booths out there. I want to say thank you to our sponsors. Apidays would not be possible without their contribution. So please drop by, say hello, pick up some swag, etc. Okay.